Hi Farzana, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much, Gitika. It's lovely to be here talking to you.
Thank you, and thank you so much for speaking with us on You're Not Alone Conversations. You're one of the leading life coaches in the country. So how's it been for you during the lockdown?
Well, initially it was kind of okay. I didn't really, feel anything different because it kind of gave me a sense that maybe this will go on for some time. But there would be, sporadic ways in which we could still connect with people. But as we started hearing stories from across the world, because at that point in time when it started, there was a lot of Italy in the, stories of Italy that were coming in, and they were really, really, pretty scary. And then we started getting these stories in Maharashtra. Okay, that's where we are.
Right.
And that's when we felt that, hey, you know what? It's hit our backyard.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
I guess that is, yes. Living absolutely close by.
Yeah.
And to me, that is when the penny really dropped. And I looked around and I said, you know what, shit has really hit the ceiling.
I can imagine.
So it took me some time to kind of then figure out, okay, so now what, how do I operate and things like that? How do I work within myself? Because it meant, of course, what we had done in my place is for the lockdown, about, I think 10 days before, we had told the maids not to come.
Okay.
So the maids were anyway not coming in, and so we were kind of helping out, and it seemed kind of cool, me and my husband, we were like helping each other out, sharing the chores and all of that. And I didn't realize that my work would actually pick up during this time. I mean, I didn't realize at the scale it would pick up. So I thought I would still get a few clients here and there, and people would reach out, and life could be kind of manageable. So my morning routine is I get up at 4:30 in the morning. That's when my day begins.
Right.
And that routine kind of continued. While I was kind of doing all of this, I realized that there were so many things I had to pack in. So supplies had to be gotten.
That's true.
Okay. And the stress of not touching anything. So I remember I would not take the elevator. I still don't. I don't take the elevator down, and I live on the 6th level.
Oh, wow.
I walk down the stairs,
Right.
and then I lug almost about 8 to 10 kgs of stuff on through the stairs to my house.
Right.
And ensuring that I'm not touching anything. I'm trying to keep a safe distance.
Yeah.
For a few days it was kind of okay. It didn't kind of bother me, but then afterwards it started kind of making me very, very uncomfortable, because my husband works in a tech company, and they are also super, super, super busy.
Right.
So between the two of us, it came to a point where I was doing everything. So I was doing the cooking, the cleaning, the house, the basic housework, etc., and then managing my client appointments. Then I'm quite active on social media, so I like to put up my thoughts out there. So
Right.
just taking time out to do that as well.
Right.
And it came to a point where I think we had a few spats. I mean, not like really hard spats, but we did kind of have this friction and disagreement about things. And I remember I actually had a meltdown.
Oh.
I kind of I had a meltdown, because I was like, I don't know what's going on, and I'm just finding it just too much to kind of take on so much, and then be this caregiver to people who reach out to me, and be this modicum of peace and almost zen like in a zen like space. I realized that I was actually trying to be two people.
Right.
And I just let that be. I just let that pass. I just let myself, I just let go. And I said, let's just be me. I don't have to put on this front of being this super, super strong woman.
Yeah.
I have spaces where I can be this way. And then I have a couple of siblings who are staying alone, in their houses.
Right.
And one of my brothers, I mean, he's never cooked in his entire life, and now he's struggling to do that. So there was pain on that end.
course.
trying to see how he's managing, and he's diabetic. He's not a very healthy person. So,
Right.
that. And then I have a sister who's in another city, and she's going through her own, issue. She's got like 16 cats and whatever. So, there was all of this that I was doing, and then my work, and then my own house. And oh my God, I just gave in. I just
That
gave
sounds
in, and I
very
said,
intense. And I can imagine, like,
yeah,
with everyone turning to you for help and you yourself, like, struggling and not having that outlet, it must have been very difficult.
yes,
And I think all of
yes,
us are actually struggling with that as well, like staying with the family. Initially, the lockdown was almost a novelty because all of us are like, oh, yeah, how's
yes,
and all of that. And
yes.
like, as the weeks have gone by, I think it's become more and more
Hmm.
difficult for all of us
Yeah.
to cope with it.